Good afternoon. My name is Denise Van Newkirk. My business name is The Busy Nurse, and I want to thank Lacombe Regional Tourism as they asked me to come up with a craft kit for Light Up the Night projects in Lacombe this year. And this is what we're going to make. So just gnomes are a really fun little thing found in the craft world and the painting world, and I thought these guys were really cute. All your supplies will come in a little plastic bag, and you're going to have some hats, a beard, some stuffing, and just a tiny little piece of wire just to give your hat some shape, just in case you wonder why some of these things are there. We're going to have a colored piece of wire to hang your project, and then some little embellishments, some little leaves, and of course he needs a nose, right? He, she, whatever it is. So there's, I think, a good order to do this, and I tried to think of how it would be best for, a younger person to do this. So I've done it in a particular order just to make it easier. If you want to do it any other way, you just go right ahead. So first of all, we're going to put just a little bead of glue. Now, I've used a hot glue gun, but if you don't have access to a hot glue gun, you could most certainly just use a white tacky glue, the pages. I'm sure you've got something within the house that will work, okay? Now, if you're using a hot glue gun, remember to be a little bit careful, because nobody likes to burn their fingers with their hot glue gun. And believe me, over the years, I've done it many, many, many times. All right, so now, as I said, just to make it easier, I glued the left side of the hat first, just to give you a start, because if you start putting it together, it might have a mind of its own and cause you some grief. So just a little bit of glue down the left side, put your top onto your bottom, and hopefully it all lines up like so. So now there again, to make it easier, now I'm going to put the fur on just to make it easier for you. So a little bit of hot glue or glue along the top of the fur, and then stick it onto your hat wherever you think you want that beard to start showing. All right. Okay, now you're gonna laugh when you take the stuff out of your bag, because there's just this tiny little bit of stuff batting is what it is. So it might come in different shapes. And so what you're gonna do is just kind of roll it so it kind of looks about the size of a pencil, because then it's going to fit in there quite nicely and not cause you any grief when you go to glue down your other side. All right, so gluing up the right side now, trying to stuff that stuffing in without burning your finger. And a pencil, anything like that will be helpful for you to have somewhere in the vicinity. Okay, how's he coming along so far? Now you can glue the bottom of it on. Now, I didn't get my right edge right down to the bottom, so now's a good time to just fix that. Now, these things are pretty forgiving, so don't get too excited if it's not perfect, because you can always fluff the beard and fix just about anything that you might not like. All right. So now we'll put some little leaves on. You should have 4 little leaves in your package. And I thought you could just kind of crisscross them, okay? Because we've got these tiny little pine cones that originally came all the way from Manitoba to go in the middle with that. So just wherever you think you might like your leaves, pop them down, pop some glue down, and then put your leaves on top. Now, I don't know whether you want your leaves down flat or you want them to come up around your pine cone. That's totally up to you. In my world, you would call that artistic license. You do whatever you want to do. Now, a little bit of glue on the end of your pine cone. Just popped in the middle. Okay? Now, so probably the trickiest part of the whole thing is now to get a little wire onto the top so that you can hang them on, you know, if you want to put them on the Christmas tree or something. Now, I took just a pin that was a little bit heavier because I thought everybody would have something like that within their house. And this wire, just run it through a couple times, give it a good wiggle. If you're having trouble, you might just need a little bit bigger pin. And this wire is just heavy enough. And of course, because I said that, oh, there it goes. It's just heavy enough that you can feed that through that little hole that you've created. So now I just pulled this up, brought my ends together, give them a little twist, like so. And because I'm kind of anal, I pulled my twisted part down to the bottom, and I'm just gonna put a spot of glue on that so that it stays at the bottom. I mean, if it really doesn't matter, that's totally up to you. Okay, and voila, there's your little gnome. I hope you can find somebody to give it to that's special or someplace to hang it. You do whatever you would like with it. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I also want to wish Reid Signs a very big thank you for sponsoring my project. Have a great day.